So this is just like a video journal, I guess, about some things I've been thinking about. I've come to realize that I am almost certainly a trans guy. So, like a guy, I want to be a guy instead of a girl. This last couple weeks, probably a week really for like in depth, but I've been listening to like tons of videos from other trans guys. I listened to a couple podcasts, just trying to check out what they felt, what they went through, what they're going through, if I relate to what they're saying, if it sounds right for me, and what to expect, I guess, if I decide to make that a life alteration, change what I present as, and all that. And I do relate to a very large amount of what they say. Every once in a while, a certain detail, they'll talk about how they felt this when they were younger, and I'll just be like, hey, me too, whoa. Like the podcast I was just listening to, the guy was talking about how when he was younger he used to write, and he'd always by default picture a guy, and that was easy, but it was really hard to put himself in the shoes of a girl to write from. And I 100% wholeheartedly relate to that. I used to write like crazy in middle school and high school, and it was almost always from a guy's perspective. I had trouble relating to girls. I just couldn't figure out what they would think and how they would necessarily react in situations. Not necessarily react, but to put yourself in the shoes of the decision making. I didn't feel like I'd give a good portrayal, which I guess was a sign of something. When I was a kid, I'd always play the guy if I played house with people, like my cousin. And I would complain occasionally just because I felt like I should, but I really didn't mind. I liked it. I preferred it. It felt better. I'd wear my baseball caps backwards and see how far I could spit. Really, it makes sense. And it's not the first time. This isn't the first time in my life I've thought about that possibility. This isn't coming out of nowhere. This isn't coming out of nowhere, and it's also not like this giant revelation, like, oh my god, I see the light now. It's just kind of, I've been putting it off for a long time now. When I went to college, I came out as bisexual, with a preference for females. And that was a little scary for me. I knew that was just like the tip of the iceberg. I knew it didn't completely explain things. I used to have dreams and stuff and that kind of thing, and I think most people probably have, with girls, but I wasn't a girl in them. I was a guy. I've had a lot of dreams where I was a guy. It's just kind of like a reoccurring thing in my life ever since I was a little kid. I remember once when I was a kid, and I had the long hair, I'd practice putting it all forward and cover my face. I'm like, oh, it'd be so cool if I had shorter hair and I didn't have to have this long hair. I was like, nah. And I used to I remember quite a few moments in the downstairs bathroom of my house when I would just like kind of stare in the mirror and I'd like be playing with my hair a little bit, like, and I'd have this like a thought just pop in my head of like, wish I was a boy. But then I would just think, I'd make myself think, you know, like the corrective thoughts that we make ourselves think after thinking something we don't want to think about. I was all like, no, you don't want to be a boy. Boys are stupid. You know, you'd rather be a girl. Because, you know, sister and mom and people even joke, guys are so stupid. And sometimes they are. But so are girls. People are just stupid. But I would just feel like, you don't want to be a boy. Guys are stupid. You'd rather be a girl. And there's also this other thing that is a reoccurring thought throughout the years of, well, what if, because I don't hate being a girl, what if I make that decision and then later miss being a girl? But I feel, it feels less likely, but it's not, I don't know, it's scary. Because what I'm thinking about is a really, really big change. Really big change. Like I found a binder that I bought a while ago because, like I said, it's a reoccurring thing. You know, as a kid, it came in like intrusive thoughts and stuff, and oh, wouldn't it be cool? And like I went without a shirt longer than I should have as a small child because my brothers could walk around without their shirt on in the middle of summer. It was freaking hot. I should be able to too. And I started developing, and then eventually it was like, okay, you have to wear a shirt. And I was like, okay, you gotta wear a bra. I'm like, oh, I went really long without a bra. I didn't want to wear a bra. I still don't necessarily like bras. However, I prefer bras to no bra because no bra makes me feel all like, saggy and exposed, and just more aware of it. I guess I like sports bras now that I've actually found some that fit well. It's quite nice. Just out of sight, out of mind. About a year and a half ago, I went through a major kind of gender fucked moment, and I came to the conclusion that I'm gender fluid, and I don't think that's all wrong necessarily. I think there's a lot of truth in that realization that I made, that I could be gender fluid, but I think it's more towards the masculine side by a lot. I think it's more like 85 guy, 15 girl. I found it, and then during that, about a year and a half ago, when I went through all that, I bought a couple of binders from Amazon for cheap because I didn't have a lot of money then. I have a little bit more money now, so I can play with things, but I'm going to try to be careful. But one of them didn't fit at all, and the other one didn't really fit. And I've lost a little bit of weight since then. And one of them kind of fits now, and occasionally I'll wear it for a little while at home, and it's kind of nice. I like not having these there. Like I said, I don't hate my breasts. It's not like a hatred. I don't feel like, oh, you're terrible, I hate you. It's more like they're there, but I don't feel connected to them. Like, I accept that they're there, and I don't mind them, because I mean, I like boobs. That's stupid, but they just don't usually feel right on me. They're like, I'll make the best of this thing, or I'm gonna just kind of pretend like they're not there thing. And I can't say for sure what a cis girl feels about that. Like, I don't know, do they feel connected to their boobs? Like, do they feel like that's fully part of them? Because I don't, not sure. They're just there. And a lot of times I'd rather they weren't there. Like, sometimes I'll just go, I'll get dressed and I'll just kind of like hold it up, and I'm like, that's better. That's better. That's right. This last week, towards the end of last week, I really started thinking, really actually thinking about the possibility that I am a guy, like that simple, a guy. And I've made myself admit it. I wrote it down. I said it to myself alone in my house, which is kind of what I'm doing now, but to a camera so I can go back and look at it. Just jumping in saying, I am a guy. I'm a boy. Try to see how that feels. And see if, it doesn't really feel like I'm lying to myself. It feels pretty true. But it's still scary. I don't know how this will affect my job. I don't know. I feel like I'll probably lose my job if I come out. Just because I am like a supervisor type thing. And you don't really see a lot of trans people in general in those positions, especially in small towns, which I'm from a pretty small town. We've got a lot of pretty close-minded people at work. I just know that I'd have to deal with a lot of really uncomfortable comments, which makes me uncomfortable thinking about. I don't really want to go through that. I'm worried about my mom because, don't get me wrong, I know she's going to love and support me no matter what. But the reason I was even born, I was a planned child, and it was because she wanted to try one last time for another girl, because she had a daughter and 2 sons, and she wanted another daughter. So that's where I came from, and I was a daughter. And I've heard lots of little comments, girls turned out good, boys turned out troublemakers, and all that. I don't know, I feel like she's focused on the gender aspect a little much, and it makes me nervous. I don't know how well she would cope with if I came out as a guy. I don't know how hard of a thing it would be. It'd be really hard to say, but it's really hard for me to say this kind of stuff out loud in general anyways. That's kind of why I'm doing this, as practice, I guess, maybe. I text people more than if I have to say something serious or something really emotional or something really important to me, I default to texting because my anxiety gets really bad and I clam up. But on texting, I can just make myself type and just hit send before I can think. I'll reread it, and then I'll make myself hit send, and then it'll be sent. I can't take that back. But if I'm talking and I'm getting a reaction I don't really like, or makes me nervous, then I stop talking in the middle of things. But yeah, I'm nervous. I'm scared. The future is pretty unknown at this point, and that scares me. I got a job. I dropped out of college a couple years ago. I wish a lot that I had than going through this at college. Although that would have made it harder, and I had a really hard time in college, so I ended up dropping out. But there was a great LGBT community there. Lots of trans people, lots of genderqueer people, and gay people, and there's a resource center, and it would have been a lot easier if I could go surround myself with this, completely surround myself with this. Like right now, I'm surrounding myself with it as much as I can. Sometimes when I'm at work, I'll put on a podcast by a trans guy, and I'll just listen to them talk about their experience while I'm going about my job. When I come home, I watch videos and stuff, but I wish that I could actually be around people that I can ask questions, and it's not like I don't have anybody like that. I have a close friend who is non-binary. I have two friends that are non-binary. One of them is physically closer right now, and I can see them going through a lot of that kind of stuff, and so it's kind of nice having that there, but I don't have this overwhelming culture around me. And also with them, I feel like sometimes if I bring up my stuff over and over and over, that I'm trying to overpower their journey and their stuff, and I don't want that to be something that I'm coming off as, 'cause I don't want to. But yeah, I wish I just had this big welcoming community all around me, showing me ropes and stuff, and let me get a feel for this. I feel like it would have been easier. Plus, if I came out as trans at college, and with that community there, I wouldn't have to worry about losing this job or anything like that. I love my job, and at this point in my life, it's become a very, very large part of my life. I'm dedicated to it. I work at a factory. I started as an operator when I dropped out of college. Same factory my mom works at, so she's there too. I worked there for about a year and a half or so, just doing my job, doing the best I could every day, and I ended up getting promoted to cell leader, which is the boss of my old position. So I'm all these people's boss now. And been that way for about a year now, and I like it. It's made me grow a lot as a person. I've come out of my shell so much, and I value that job so much, but I don't really see them keeping me there if I were to come out as a trans guy, and I don't think they'd be upfront about it. I don't think it'd be all like, whoa, you're trans, you're fired. And I don't know, maybe even my immediate bosses wouldn't want to. They'd be all like, oh, that's cool, that's fine, we'll do our best to make sure you feel okay here. But higher up, I think they would find a way to get rid of me. They would find something. And then I would be thrown into a very unstable part of life. Again, I've built this stable life. I have pretty much everything an adult should have except for a car and a license, which I need to do. I have a house now. This is my house. I have a mortgage. After I got promoted, I got a house. I went out and I bought a house. I have a dog named Nico, who's over there passed out on the floor. If I lose my job, then I always have to worry, will I lose my house? And then I lose all this progress, all this stuff I've been working towards. But at the same time, I'm wondering, is this really what I want? Do I want to commit to this life for years, forever? Or do I want, there's a small part of me that would love to just go somewhere new, quit this job, be myself, come out, transition, and just grow a life somewhere else, just being someone else. But I don't think that's something that I'd actually do. When I cut my hair, it was during that gender fuck thing where I came out as gender fluid. And it made me feel so much better to have short hair, and I still love that. But I don't want it to be a feminine short haircut, honestly. I went to the salon when I first got it cut short, and I'm like, yeah, I want short, and I showed her, like, I was self-conscious, so I looked up girl pictures, but they were similar to what I wanted. So like, yeah, I want it like this, and they cut my hair, and it was terrible. They were trying so hard to keep it feminine, and it didn't work. It was like a bob almost, and I was like, thank you. They're really cute though, so, but sorry, that was I gotta go to work in a half hour. Nearly my hair like this. I think about starting tea sometimes, but it kind of scares me because it's irreversible. You don't, if you start taking it and keep on it for a while, you can't ever reverse those effects. So I want to try to be sure first. I want to try to get in on a therapist or something that knows about this kind of stuff and can help me through these thoughts. I think that's my next step. I hope. In an ideal world, I guess I would have been born a boy. And that's just the fact of the matter, that I would have been more comfortable as a boy, and I still probably would be more comfortable as a boy, as a guy, as a man. So I'm just trying to quietly figure this out. I started talking about it earlier. I talked to a few friends about it. I have 2 friends that I'm having them try out male pronouns for me right now. And on one of my social medias, Tumblr, I've changed my name on there to Max. I kind of like that name. If I were a boy, had I been born with a penis, my mother would have named me Maxwell Milo, and I kind of really like that name. So I think I'm playing with that name right now. I think it'd be kind of cool to take on what I would have been named had I been a boy, for multiple reasons. One, it'll kind of be closer to if I had just been born that way. And 2, because I think it would help with a transition for like my mom. 3, I really like the name Max. I feel like it feels like me in a lot of ways. I could be a Max. I've also played with a name like Jonah or Jonas. Kind of like those names too. But knowing that the name I would have had I been born a way that would have made me happier, that name fits me pretty well. So I think it'd be fair to try that name out first. See how it feels. So far I like it. I don't know. I'm standing a lot like this. Like, put my shoulders up like this. Makes me feel a little better. feel like it makes me feel more masculine. I actually kind of like my shoulders. They're not bad. I feel like if I got transitioning, we had top surgery, which makes me incredibly nervous at the idea of I hate surgeries. Like, they scare me. Anything could go wrong. But I feel like my shoulders would work pretty well. I've been told before I walk like a guy by someone in high school. I remember I was walking in the hallway behind them, in front of them, near them anyways. And they told me, hey, you kind of walk like a guy, like a man. I was looking at, huh. And I was really self-conscious about it at the time. When I was in high school, I was not happy. I'm not happy. I've never quite been all the way happy. I don't know. Maybe this will help that. I'm not sure. But in high school, I was in denial about all of it. No sexuality stuff. Nope. I am a straight heterosexual woman. Long hair. Trying to over-exaggerate how much I like guys. I do like guys. I'm not going to try to pretend like I don't. I like who I like. It's not just one gender or the other, or, well, there's several. But it's just I like who I like. I guess, you know. But yeah. Standing up straight as much as I can, trying to wear layers. I have a couple of shirts that are like the button-up shirts that are short sleeves that I put on top of my t-shirts to layer it. I'll wear sports bras. I pretty much stopped wearing my non-sports bras the last couple weeks. Even though some of them make that look good, they don't make it how I want it to look. They make it look good in other ways. So I wear the tightest sports bra I have. And then sometimes the other ones which aren't as tight. I want to get more. I want to get a binder that actually fits me well, because the one binder that kind of fits me that I got last year is just a little bit too small still, so I know better than to wear it out, because I'm probably going to get uncomfortable, but I'll wear it for a couple hours when I come home from work sometimes, just to kind of play around with it, look in the mirror, like, do I like this? Yeah, I kind of like this. That kind of thing. I've been watching a lot of things, and I've come to the conclusion that I've wanted to get into shape for a long time. Like, I've lost some weight, and I want to lose more weight. It's a matter of I'll be doing really good, eating really healthy, that kind of stuff, losing weight, and then a bout of depression comes on, and then I lose all focus, and then I'm eating unhealthy again because I just don't care. And that comes and goes. But I want to get healthy. I got some vitamins. I've heard that we should make sure we have lots of vitamin D and some zinc, so I take those every day, beginning of the day. They help with something. I've been trying to look up which foods boost testosterone naturally and which ones lower estrogen, and I want to try to start putting those in my diet. Obviously, it's not gonna like change everything, but just little things. I need to focus on something during this because it's a lot on my head. Like, I get lost in my head so many times during the day just thinking about this stuff. I put my shoulders up a lot, like a lot. If I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh. I keep slowly cutting my hair shorter and shorter. Sorry, I'm tired. I used to spike it up a lot more. I haven't recently. I feel like if I started to teeth the hairline, I know the hairline would go in a lot right here because it runs in my family. Bald a lot right here. Like, but I feel like that would help masculine. I don't really like my hairline. It's like weird. I don't know if that could change. I feel like in a lot of ways, I'm pretty guyish in the inside where it matters. I feel like some people wouldn't be that surprised. I have a really close friend that was like my best friend throughout high school and college. And I'm thinking that she'll be the next person that I tell. I feel like it could be nice. I told you I told 2 friends, but I also told a 3rd friend about it a little bit, that I might be trans. And I haven't asked her to call me by he pronouns or use a different name or anything, but she made it very clear that I have her support no matter what, and that she'll always be my friend. That was really nice to hear, because at the time it was like 5 a.m. They were getting up. She was getting up for work. I was still up because I couldn't sleep. I work 2nd shift. So it was really comforting after a long night of just anxiety and overthinking things. And that was the same night that I kind of told my other 2 close friends that I've now asked them to use male pronouns. But at that time, I just told them, so just kind of vented about what I was feeling. And I know some of it was a little bit whiny, a little bit obsessive, because I was kind of freaking out. And honestly, neither of those conversations went the way I wanted them to. They both left me feeling not very good. One of them, the messages just kind of stopped coming back. And they probably had something going on, or their own shit to deal with at that time, which I get. I'm not upset, it just kind of was hard at the time. And the other one, they just kind of called me out on my bullshit a little bit, which I had some bullshit that I need to be called out on. Don't drink so much, you dumbass, it doesn't fix your problems. But that night left me feeling not very good at all. And it really helped when my other friend was like, hey, dude, I support you no matter what. No matter what. I'm really, really scared to come out to more people, or to even concretely say this is who I am out loud so people can hear me. I am a trans man, because I don't have much confidence in myself, so I lack the confidence to say that and be like, yeah. And I know that some people are going to have rebuttals. They're going to be like, are you sure? And I'm going to be all like, mostly 90%, which I'm not really sure of anything 100%. So I'm not going to stop me from considering this as what I need to do, because I'm not sure of anything. I'm not sure literally of anything. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I don't even feel real, which I think has to do with anxiety stuff. But anyways, I think this is something that I need to do, and that scares me. I know I just keep saying it scares me and it's scary, but it scares me and it's scary. Talked to my dog a little bit about it. You know, who doesn't? What's he gonna say? I feel like I should come out. I feel like I want to. I feel like if I didn't have this kind of job, then I'd be much more likely to. Because my mom works with me, there's not really a perfect way to segregate me coming out at work versus me coming home in real life. in real life at home. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I should stop recording because I'm just rambling at this point. I don't know. I will probably make another one. Right now it is not June. I need to change that calendar. It's August. It's mid-August? Mid-August. So, get some more info to come. Yeah. I've also decided I want to build muscle. I want to be strong. Like, I have the urge to, like, work out. But, I don't have the motivation to do that on my own. And I don't have the confidence to do that in public. So, the only place where I'd be able to do that is at an actual gym. I don't know. Maybe once I get a license, I'll get, like, a membership to Snap or something. Just one of those ones where you come at any time. But, probably not. I don't know. I want to. Okay. This is Max, I guess. Max.